Hey everyone, at Dawn here again, and I'm back with the Wednesday edition of the Bits and Pieces, and you know what I do here. I talk horror-related movie news, so let's get right into it. The first article this week comes to us from darkuniversehorrordatabase.com. Title of the article is Andy Serkis officially attached to direct Venom 2 for Sony. It was published by Nick Bond on August 5th, 2019. So there's a picture of the title character Venom. Andy Serkis of Black Panther fame, I'd say he's a little bit more famous than Black Panther, that's the most recent, but has been hired to direct Venom 2 for Sony, which will once again star Tom Hardy as the title character. According to The Hollywood Reporter this evening, his expertise with CG and performance capture technology is one of the factors that landed him the Venom 2 gig. Shortly after the announcement broke, the filmmaker shared the following post on his official Instagram account. Verified, it's actually happening. I can feel it. The symbiote has found a host in me, and I'm ready for the ride. Can't wait. Kelly Marcel wrote the script for Venom 2. Serkis is rep by CAA and Principal Entertainment. Thank you so much, Dark Universe and Nick Bond, as always, for providing this. I'm hopeful for this because Andy Serkis is a master of CG. Like I said, it says Black Panther, but he's so well known for so much else. He's Caesar from the new Planet of the Apes films, like the 2000s Planet of the Apes films. He's Gollum from Lord of the Rings. He's Supreme Commander Snoke from The Force Awakens and The Last Jedi. So some of us in the YouTube community that know each other know that movie and that character very, very well. He's very talented, and yes, he was in Black Panther as well. So it'd be interesting to see if he's just going to be leading the CG and the performance capture, doing the motion capture, or will he be doing it himself? He's still young enough to do it. Like even Kane Hodder, when they did the 2017 game Friday the 13th, while they were making that, he did all the motion capture for that, and he had Victor Crowley as well. Like, if Kane Hodder can do a slasher movie at his age, a horror movie, Andy Serkis can suit up and do Venom. So I'm hopeful for that, because I wasn't too impressed with the CG that was in the first Venom movie. I wasn't impressed with that movie at all. I found it kind of boring. Also because it got that PG-13 rating. It should have had the R. But it would have made it better. Like, Venom needs to be a straight horror movie. It needs to be a hard R horror movie, not a watered down PG-13, even a hard PG-13. But with Andy Serkis coming on board, I'm a little bit more hopeful, so I'm definitely going to check that out, and I hope you do too. That's it for this article. Andy Serkis officially attached to direct Venom 2 for Sony. That's it for this article. Let's get on to the next one. And for our next article, we're going to go to bloodydisgusting.com, who we so often go to for articles as well. Thank you so much as always. This is published on August 1st, 2019 by John Squires. The title of the article is Stephen King has written a brand new ending to The Stand for the CBS All Access TV series. So that series got announced a little while ago. They're working on that. CBS All Access is doing a new version of The Stand. I'm going to hold my breath. I'm not a fan of anything on CBS All Access, but I'll probably check it out. There's a picture of King. Into the article. Early this year, CBS All Access gave a 10-episode series order to a new adaptation of Stephen King's 1978 novel, The Stand, with Josh Boone, who at one point was going to adapt the post-apocalyptic novel as a feature film, on board to co-write the series and to also direct. And we've learned something very exciting tonight. Stephen King wrote the finale, so I'm glad they're going again like the 90s series. They're going with a mini-series for this story. It doesn't fit a film format. The movie would be 4 to 5 hours long, or you'd need several parts, just like we're getting with it. Stephen King stuff definitely plays more to this. His actual novels. You want to take his short stories that are shorter books and make movies out of them, go right ahead. But more of his epic, like really like long-haired or long-eared work, this is the way to go. TV miniseries, a streaming miniseries. Modernize it for the day. Anyways, let's get on with it. As reported by Deadline, CBS All Access announced tonight that King has written the last episode of the limited series, providing a story with a brand new ending. For fans of the book who have wondered what became of the survivors of the Stand, this episode will contain a story that takes us beyond the book to answer those questions. CBS All Access EVP Julian McNamara said, "A continuation to the Stand. I can't wait to share that with the world." So there's Julian McNamara from CBS All Access trying to upsell this show, but I'm excited as well. I want to see what happens. The Stand is probably my favorite Stephen King story, and I love the 1990s miniseries. It's, again, probably one of my favorite media versions of media adaptation of Stephen King's work. So let's get on with it. Deadlines. Nelly Andreeva notes, "I hear the new material will pick up right after the events in the novel. The script is still being written, but I hear the follow-up with a substantial part of the final episode, not a brief epilogue at the end." King tweeted tonight, "The script for the final episode is written. I was glad Josh Boone gave me the chance because the final story has been on my mind for 30 years. James Marsden, Amber Heard, Odessa Young, and Henry Zaga will star in this series. The series will bring to life King's vision of a world decimated by plague and embroiled in an elemental struggle between good and evil. The fate of mankind rests on the frail shoulders of the 108-year-old Mother Abigail and a handful of survivors. Their worst nightmares are embodied in a man with a lethal smile and unspeakable powers, Randall Flagg, also known as the Dark Man." And there's a cover shot of The Stand. I am excited to see what King has cooked up for this, to see what happens to our characters after the story ends. That's all I'm going to say on that. I hope you are too. I'm going to continue to cover this show. You'll probably hear me doing some videos just on this miniseries and definitely some talk about it on the DLC down the road when CBS Access releases it. It doesn't have a release date here, but I'll be covering that once we have more news. And that's it for this article. Thank you, Bloody Disgusting. Stephen King has written a brand new ending to The Stand for CBS All Access series. Let's get on to the next one. For the last article of this episode, we're going to go on with another article from bloodydisgusting.com, and we're going to continue to talk about The Stand, but this is in regards to two first look images preview the upcoming restoration of The Stand on Blu-ray. This article was written on August 5th, or published on August 5th, 2019, written by John Squires, and there's a picture of the original title logo from the TV version, The Stand. I wanted to include this because I know we already talked about King writing a new ending for the revised version of CBS All Access redoing The Stand. Like I said, The Stand is probably my favorite Stephen King's work in terms of the novel, and also the miniseries is very well done. I love that 90s miniseries. I'm looking forward to the new one, but I also want this Blu-ray, so I'm definitely going to be pre-ordering this. Here I come, Amazon. CBS Home Entertainment and Paramount Home Entertainment recently announced that the original miniseries adaptation of Stephen King's The Stand is coming to Blu-ray, brilliantly restored for a new collector's edition release. And today, they've shared with us 2 before and after HD stills from the restoration, which were exclusively debuting right here. The Stand, directed by Mick Garris, will be released on Blu-ray on September 24th, 2019. The miniseries, which aired in 1994, starred Gary Sinise, Molly Ringwald, Jamie Sheridan, Rob Lowe, Corey Nemec, Miguel Farah, Adam Stork, Matt Frewer, and Ruby Dee, and Joe Bob Briggs as the sheriff. You can't forget him. I have to give him a shout out. Huge fan of Joe Bob Briggs. Go check him out on Shudder on Joe Bob's Last Drive, and if you know what I mean. And I think you do. Just to continue on with the article, it's just a synopsis of what the story is. After a deadly plague kills most of the world's population, the remaining survivors split into 2 groups, one led by a benevolent elder and the other by a maleficent being, to face each other in a final battle between good and evil. You can preview the brand new restoration below. So here we go. There's the title card picture. So there's the standard definition, and there's a high definition. You can definitely see more detail on the Raven. You can see some on the fence as well. Down here, just one shot of Gary Sinise after he's broken out or in the process of breaking out of the containment unit that he's in. That's the standard definition. High definition is just a little different lighting. It's a bit sharper, but the image, it's a bit wider. The colors a little bit different too, so maybe they've recolored it, or this was the original color and this was colored for TV. It's hard to say, but it's interesting to see that work. I'm looking forward to see what it looks like, because this is available. You can get this, but it's always in terrible quality. There's no official release. It's actually on YouTube, but I'm looking forward to an official release. There's the title box of what the package is going to look like. I'm looking forward to this. And that's it. That's it for this article. And that's it for this Wednesday's episode. Thank you so much for watching. And if you liked it, please share, like, comment, and subscribe. All that good stuff. I'll be back on Friday with more bits and pieces. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Talk to you soon.